Okay, there we go. Loading, loading, loading. Okay. All righty, there we go. And then I'm gonna hit the record button and we will get started. All right. Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. I'm back again to come share some tips that I believe can help you out. It was a conversation I was having with one of my leaders, and we were just talking and bouncing ideas, and this came up, and it's something I believe everybody should have in pretty much any endeavor in life, but definitely in your partner co-business, you should definitely have this trait. And so my question for everybody is, what would you rank? You got to ask yourself this personal question. What would you rank your confidence level? What would you rank your personal confidence level? Because it's very key that you have confidence in whatever it is you're doing. You definitely have to have confidence in this business. So what would you rank your confidence level in these areas? What would you rank your confidence level in the company? How would you feel about the company? When I'm going to talk to Ernest, what is my confidence level talking about Partner.co? What about the products? What about the compensation plan? What about team building? What about leadership? What about following up? See, you got to have confidence in all of those areas. So my question for everybody is, and my homework assignment, I would say for everybody is, figure out where you feel your confidence level from a scale of 1 to 10 on those areas. See, now, if I mention social media, some people are going to say, hey, if I talk to Ernest, he's going to say his confidence level on social media is probably like a 1. He's like, hey, I don't want no parts of it. I don't know how to work it. But is it something that he wants to improve on? If people are making money there, that means there might be an area that you got to develop in. And see, it was somebody once said that your success will be determined by your own confidence and fortitude. I'll say it again. Your success, not mine, but your success will be determined by your own confidence and fortitude. So what I want you to develop now is what I want you to going forward is, like, if Ernest was coming to teach me pickleball or tennis, guess what? I know for sure that Mr. Ernest's confidence level in that area will be very, very high. If somebody came to me asking me, could I train him in track and field, my confidence would be very, very high. If somebody came to Coach Willie and asked him how to play football and play linebacker position, his confidence would be very high. Why? Because they have experienced it. They have done it. They have failed at it. They have done it over and over and over and over in different areas where they became what? Very confident. So if you want to become confident in your business in whatever area, you just have to keep doing it. And you have to be willing to be bad before you're good and good before you're great. See, confidence, I promise you this, having confidence in this business and in the business model and in what you're doing, it will take you to the top. You can go as far as you want to go in this business. You can make as much money as you want to make in this business with confidence, high super confidence. And you can build confidence in different ways. So one of the best ways I encourage you to build confidence is have affirmations. You need to write down affirmations and you need to read them to yourself 2, 3, 5 times a day. And I mean, just start affirming things into your life, because that is the way that you trick the mind into believing it, where it starts to have you start acting the way it needs to. So affirmations, you start off simple. A simple way to start off is, I am so happy and grateful. Now I am. It's not true yet, but you're putting it into the atmosphere that it is going to be true. For instance, let's say, it was a title you wanted to achieve by Las Vegas. For everybody that's going to Las Vegas, maybe you got a title that you want to achieve. Make it, a realistic title, something a little, make you stretch, but something that's right there. So it could be like, for instance, mine. I'll say it to everybody. I'm not afraid to say it. I want to be CEO by Vegas, at least. So my affirmation that I read to myself every day is, I am so happy and grateful. Now I am CEO title within partner.co by September 15th, 2023. That's my affirmation. I read it 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10 times a day. If I ever feel discouraged or something's coming up, I'll read through my affirmations over and over again. So I encourage you to have affirmations in whatever it is that you're pushing for. And also have this confidence. I want you to start building and developing this confidence that your voice matters. I want you to remember this. Your voice matters. See, we need more Michelles. We need more Marlenes. We need more Melissas. We need more Angels. See, we don't. Now, of course, it would be pretty cool to have a duplicate of me, but guess what? It's never going to be a duplicate of myself. It's not. So I have to encourage, and you have to encourage not only yourself, but your team, that their voice matters. That is how they're going to attract their friends and family. See, it'll be difficult for me to recruit Marlene's family because she is close to them. It'll be difficult for me to recruit Ernest's family because that's his family. I can share about the products, I can share about the opportunity, but Mr. Ernest has to be the one to say, hey, are you ready to do this with me? Not me. So always remember that, you guys. So your voice matters. You're gonna within your confidence you're gonna start where you're gonna grow. You're gonna have this growth stage. You're gonna have this stage where you start gaining a lot of information, and then you're gonna have a stage. You want to have this stage where all three of them start to come together, where you're growing in your confidence, you're gaining in your confidence, meaning you're learning from other people, and then you're giving it. Your confidence is so contagious that everybody, as they start to hear you and different things of that nature, they say, wow, I want to be a part of that. See, you want to start giving that out to other people where it's just contagious. You go from ordinary to extraordinary in your confidence. You want to go from ordinary. You got this ordinary confidence, like, yeah, I think I could do this. You know, maybe if I make a couple $100 to now hey, I can make tens of thousands. Hey, I can make $1 million with it. You got that mindset. You got that extraordinary confidence that people, because guess what? Confidence is like this big lightning beam on somebody. For everybody who watches sports, think about it. Think of all the great players that ever played a sport. When they got on the football field, for instance, let's think about it. We think about Tom Brady. When you think about Tom Brady, when he got on the field, he just had this aura around him. Why? Because he had super confidence. But we don't have to just go there. We can go to basketball. Think about it. The Michael Jordans, the LeBron James, they got this aura around them. Like when you see them, you're like, wow, they're very confident in what they do. See, that is the type of confidence you need to have in this business. You got to have it. And the way you build confidence is it's built over and over and over again by you doing something over and then. So if you want to you're brand new, maybe you're brand new. You say, man, I'm just not that good. Or maybe you've been here a while. I'm just not that good at inviting. Well, you know, the only way you're ever going to get good at inviting, you can watch as many videos as you want. You can jump on as many trainings as you want. But the best way to get good at inviting is to say, hey, for the next 30 days, I'm going to practice inviting. I'm going to pick up the phone every day. I'm going to invite 5 people to come hear about my opportunity, about a product or something. I'm going to get better at inviting. The only way you'll ever get good at any area in this business, whether it's inviting, presenting, following up, training, anything, is by doing it over and over and over again. You want to get good at social media? Do it over and over. Critique yourself over and over. Critique yourself over and over. Critique yourself. And you just got to, and then maybe have some other people come and critique you. But y'all know I love giving tips. And so when you're building confidence, you're going to need these. You're going to need these 6 areas, I believe. When you're building confidence, you're going to need these 6 areas, and I'll go through them real quick. And number 1 is you got to be intentional, and you got to have a purpose for why you want to get good at that one area. Coach Willie is on here. I know Coach Ernest, he teaches pickleball and tennis, and they'll tell you, when they're trying to teach an athlete or somebody that wants to learn something, they have to be intentional on what they want to teach them. And they have to have a purpose for why they're teaching them that, maybe that technique, maybe why they're teaching them. So you gotta understand, but you gotta transition that same thing to this business. So when if inviting is something you're not good at, you got to be intentional on getting better. You maybe got to read the book, you got to watch the video, and then you got to start implementing it. And so you got to know where you want to grow at. You have to know what area you want to grow at, be intentional, and also have a purpose. Number 2 is you got to learn to study what you don't know. So it's a great thing that you're on here in the middle of the day or you're watching this recording because you're trying to learn. It's something that you want to learn. It's a reason why you're watching videos like this. You're watching recording. You're coming on Zooms. You're reading the book. It's because you want to study. You want to learn. So you got to study what you don't know. And for instance, for me, is invitations was something I wasn't that good at. So I was like, how can I get better? So I ordered books like Icebreakers, and this one was by Tom Big Al Snyder. And then I also ordered books like GoPro, and I also ordered books by this is Go for No, the Network Marketing Edition, because I wanted to get better in this area. I wanted to get better in network marketing, and the only way you get better is you buy. And I watch tons of podcasts. I listen to tons of podcasts, watch tons of YouTube videos. So I studied it. But guess what? I didn't get stuck in that study mode forever. It is and people always say, well, knowledge is power. Well, that's only half true, everybody. Applied knowledge is power. I can read every book on my bookshelf, every book I got in my car. I can listen to every podcast, but if I never put action to it, it doesn't mean anything. Why do you think some of the most successful people in the world weren't even valedictorians? Let me say that again, because a lot of people think that knowledge is power, which is half true. But if you never apply the things that you read that is the way you take it to the next level. That is how you build the confidence. See, having all the knowledge it is great, but that's not what's going to make you money. It's not going to make you income. It's going to help you, and then also you got to be willing to be coached. So with that being said, tip number 3 is find yourself an accountability partner. Find you somebody who's going to kind of tell you like, hey, remind you like, hey, I know you're having a bad day, but with the way you're talking right now, with your mindset right now, you can't build a business with that. So you got to have somebody be real with you. See, now I'm not saying that things in life aren't going to happen. Things are going to happen. Unfortunately, people are going to pass away. Unfortunately, you're going to have flat tires. Unfortunately, the kids are going to do things that they wasn't supposed to. The grandkids are going to maybe get in trouble. All these type of things are going to happen because your life ain't perfect. My life ain't perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. But what I can tell you is when you have an accountability partner, somebody you can run side by side, that 2x2 partner, somebody that will pick you up when you are down, you'll have somebody that'll help boost your confidence even when you're down. And let me give this tip. If your accountability partner is always negative every time you negative, that is not your accountability partner. Find you somebody else that can hold you accountable. Meaning, if you come home from a long day at work, you had a long day at work and it was bad and you're frustrated and all of these types of things, well, guess what? You need to maybe you need to find you somebody. Your spouse ain't the one that's going to keep you up. Maybe it's your best friend you got to call and say, well, maybe it's your business partner, your sideline, your cross line. It doesn't matter, but find somebody you can run 2x2 with. Tip number 3, this is real big, you guys, for your confidence level. And that is you got to guard your circle of influence. I say it again. You just like we talk. Let me reverse it, because a lot of us will do this. A lot of us will tell our kids, you don't need to be hanging out with them. I done told my niece, you don't need to be hanging out with them. But then I got friends and I got family who real negative, and I'm over here taking influence from them. I sound like a hypocrite. And you may be sounding like a hypocrite. Quit telling somebody else something that that you want them to be better in, but then you over here taking influence from somebody who hasn't done what you're trying to achieve. See, I wouldn't go, if I wanted to learn about football, I wouldn't go to Coach Ernest and ask him how to play football, and that's not his expertise. Coach Ernest's expertise is teaching tennis and pickleball. Coach Willie's expertise is coaching football, and that's where I need to go to learn if I wanted to learn about football, because his expertise is there. So guard your circle of influence. And when I say that, sometimes you can keep some people and some people got to get cut off, everybody. You got to cut some people off. They not going in the same pathway that you're going. So you got to be willing and just remember, you got to understand that you may outgrow some people. I had this same conversation with a good friend of mine, like a brother to me, at my nephew's birthday party this past weekend. He was like, why is this person always acting like this? And I said, hey, it's not that you don't love that person. It's that you have outgrown that person. That person still has a mindset when we were young and still in the early stages of our life. And we got to this stage and we're on different mindset. See, you just outgrown that person. And now that you don't love them, you say, hey, shake hands, you get 5-10 minute conversation. It's time to move along. The next tip, everybody, tip number 5 is I want you to set a goal for the next 30 days. I want you to set a goal for the next 30 days. And this is a 30-day goal, and it's a non-negotiable goal. There's no way out. This is what's going to put food on the table. This is what's going to build a legacy for your families. This is what's going to help you elevate your business. I want you to pick an area in your business. If you're just getting started, then your number one area is invitation. But if this is something you've been around, maybe you got to follow up better. Maybe you got to present better. You got to pick an area in the business: invitation, presenting, or following up, or getting started. It's one of the 4. Pick one of those 4 areas. And for the next 30 days, if you don't have anybody that's got started, of course, you can't do that area. And if you don't have anybody on the list and have a list made, of course, you can't do the presentation part, but you can probably do about 2 of them at the same time. But I want you, for the next 30 days, pick 1 or 2 of the areas, and I want you to make the commitment that you're going to do it every single day. So, for instance, if you want to get better at presenting, I want you to, for the next 30 days, find at least one person to present this opportunity with. Maybe it's an invitation. For the next 30 days, I want you to invite at least 5 people a day to come. Schedule the appointments. I want you to schedule. I want you to get good at it. And that's how you're going to build that confidence up. It's an activity goal that you can keep track of. One thing you can't keep track of and you can't make a goal on is how many people are going to join you this month. You can't control that. But what you can control is the activity that goes into that. You can't control the activity. You can't control how many people you can call, and you can't control how many people you're going to present to. And then number 6 tip is I want you to put it in places that you can remind yourself on. Maybe yours is invitation. You're saying, hey, for the next 30 days, I'm going to do 5 people a day. I want you to put 5s all over the place. 5 on the bathroom mirror, 5 on the wall, 5 in the car. I want you to put 5 here. I want you to put it all over the place. All over the place. I want you to put that all over the place. Remind yourself of your goal, of your task that you got at hand. And also put a date on it. So if you're starting tomorrow, put a date on it. 30 days from now, put a date on it. Put a date on it. I want you to be real authentic for the next 30 days. This is my goal. This is what I'm pushing for. So push for it. And that's how you're going to build the confidence. Remember, with confidence, you have won before you even started. Some of y'all may say, this is what's going to stop some of y'all. This is what's going to push some of y'all. Some of y'all going to say, I can't do that. Well, guess what? You already lost. You already lost. The reason that I was good at track is I felt in my mind, could nobody beat me. I was good on the football field because I felt nobody could stick me. I was good in every sport and everything I ever did because I always felt that I was the best. And then I'm going to end off with this quote. When you build confidence, you will start to attract people. when you build confidence. So you build confidence, and that's going to help you attract people into your life. That's all I got from y'all. I hope y'all got some value from this. And I encourage y'all to go out there and build the confidence in y'all's